This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Prisoner suspect in triple murder. The police say one of three suspects in the brutal slaying of an 11-year-old girl and her 19-year-old twin brothers in Irwin Heights, St. James on Wednesday evening is a man who is in custody. We are not saying he is involved, but there are strong indications that he might be involved, Assistant Commissioner of Police Clifford Chambers told the news on Friday. Chambers, who heads the Area 1 Police Division, also said that the other two suspects were arrested shortly after the killings. It was quick, precise action by the police which led to the arrest of the two, Chambers said. Peter Gay Cook and her twin brothers Giovanni and Giovanni Stewart were shot dead by gunmen who stormed the family house while their mother, Denise Kelly, was at a nearby house getting food for her dogs. The police report that 16 spent shells from two guns were found at the scene. On Friday, ACP Chambers explained that the police probe is indicating that the gun attack was gang-related. He said that one of the brothers was recently assaulted by members of a gang in the community after he resisted their attempts to recruit him. In January this year, 16-year-old Chris J. Thompson was shot dead as he was walking to a shop in Irwin Heights. The police are trying to establish if that killing is linked to Wednesday evening's murders, as Thompson was a cousin of the murdered siblings. According to the police, Wednesday's murders were committed shortly after Kelly left the house about 7 p.m. When she heard several loud explosions sounding like gunshots, she rushed back home where she saw her three children in the bedroom suffering from gunshot wounds to their upper bodies. She retrieved her grandson, who was unhurt, from the bedroom and called the police. On their arrival, the police saw the three bloodied, bullet-riddled bodies inside the bedroom. They were taken to Cornwall Regional Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. On Thursday, Kelly told the news that she had moved out of the community in which she lived for all her life. The bloodshed had become too much, she said. I am not going back there. It's there I born and grow. But the people them around there are not nice. They are not a nice set of people them. And I am not going to stay around there, a distraught Kelly said. Two U.S. residents charged in 21 gun find at a Kingston warehouse. Two United States residents have been charged in connection to last week's seizure of 21 firearms at a warehouse at the wharf in Kingston. Charged with illegal importation of firearms are Jermaine Samuel Baker, a 36-year-old chef of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Dervon Brown, a 42-year-old construction worker of Bronx, New York. They are to appear before the corporate area gun court on Friday, March 18. Police report that on March 4, Customs detected a suspicious package at the warehouse and alerted the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch of the constabulary. A subsequent search led to the discovery of 3 rifles, 18 handguns, and more than 2,000 rounds of ammunition. It was the latest in a string of major arms busts by the police. 16-year-old boy stabbed to death in Castleton. A teenager died from stab wounds which were inflicted during a dispute with a man in Castleton, St. Mary on Friday night. The deceased has been identified as 16-year-old Jamal Lewis of Shanty District, Castleton. According to information from the police's corporate communications unit, Lewis and a man were involved in an altercation in the community about 7:30 p.m. on Friday. During the fight, the man allegedly used a knife to inflict wounds to Lewis, who collapsed and was taken to the hospital, where he died while undergoing treatment. A CCU representative was unable to confirm whether the suspect has since been apprehended by the St. Mary police, who are probing the incident. 76-year-old among 2 shot in Central Village. 2 days after police killed 4 men in Central Village, St. Catherine, gunmen struck in the community, shooting 2 people, including a 76-year-old man. The latest shooting took place in the Big Lane area of the community. The injured individuals, both males, have since been admitted to hospital, police said. Police report that about 5:40 p.m., the 2 men were walking along the roadway. Upon reaching near the Big Lane New Testament Church, two men on foot approached and opened gunfire at them. The 76-year-old, who is a pensioner, was shot in the left foot. The other man, who is 46, was shot in the right hand. The gunmen then fled. Both injured men were taken to the hospital, where they were admitted in stable condition. The police said 12 9mm spent casings were found at the scene. On Wednesday, 4 men were killed by police and 3 firearms were seized during an early morning operation in Central Village. Police said one of the now deceased was a 16-year-old boy from East Kingston who was wanted for murder. Investigations ongoing into 9-year-old Gabriel King's murder, says police. Investigators are now awaiting the forensic results from the crime scene where 9-year-old Gabriel King was found dead in the rear of his mother's stolen motorcar 7 weeks ago in St. James, after which a file will be sent to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for advice. There is an investigative file that is advanced. There are attorneys involved and the investigators are now awaiting the forensic evidence to get guidance from the DPP's office. Assistant Commissioner of Police Clifford Chambers, head of the Police Area 1, told the news on Thursday. There is a full-blown investigation that is ongoing. However, ACP Chambers would not provide any other details on the investigation, as the matter was not being handled by sleuths under his command. The Heartless Act, which drew national outrage, occurred on Thursday, January 13, about 9 a.m., police reports stated, when Gabriel and his mother, Amoy Leon Issa, were traveling in her Audi motorcar along the Tucker Main Road towards downtown Montego Bay. Reports are that she slowed down to maneuver some potholes in the roadway when a man approached her vehicle, slapped her in the face, dragged her from the car, and drove off with her autistic child in the back seat. The police were alerted and the vehicle was later found abandoned off the Fairfield Main Road, with the child's body lying on the back seat of the car, his throat slashed. But the police said they have been experiencing challenges during their probe, which, according to Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Fitzbailey, forced the cops to be doing some extraordinary things to get the support that they need. The criminal investigators have since collected statements from the stepfather of the deceased child, Mike Issa, the mother, Leon Issa, business associates of the couple, as well as the family driver, gardener, and housekeeper. Gabriel's biological father, who resides overseas, was also interviewed. When contacted by the news, Mike Issa declined to comment. The news understands that young Gabriel's body was cremated on Friday, March 4. Disappointment as St. Thomas on lookout again for rape suspect following Portland incident. The family of 12-year-old Felicia Prussia is disappointed. It follows a report coming out of the College of Agriculture, Science and Education case that information obtained in respect of the abduction of a female student last Thursday points to the same man who took away the youngster and another girl last October. According to police sources, 2 female students were walking to Casey's farm about 5 a.m. on Thursday when one of them went back to the dorm to get a notebook. She was abducted by a man and an alarm was made. On Saturday, president of the Portland institution, Dr. Derek Deslands, told the news that a man is suspected to be Davian Bryan. That is what our information suggests, said Deslands. His parents live on the extreme east of the Case property, and I think they are probably squatting on the Case property, so he would have known the Case property very well. He's from the area, and the information we have gleaned suggests that he is the person, Deslands continued. The student was eventually found by students and was taken to the Port Antonio Hospital as she appeared to be hurt. Further, the students formed a search party to find the perpetrator but were unsuccessful. Also, the student returned to campus after a medical examination and counseling, and the police secured the clothing believed to be that of her attacker that was found in the tunnel. Meanwhile, a Superintendent of Police Kenneth Chin, commanding officer for the Portland Police Division, and the Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay told the news that the police could not confirm that Bryan was involved. But Felicia's mother, Latoya Dyer, told the news that the community of Bath has been on alert ever since they heard about Brian's possible involvement in the case abduction. I heard about it. We have to be on the lookout. Me really feel disappointed that this end up happening again, she said on Saturday. It's not a baby again, but me feel so disappointed. I can't even find words to say. Look how long them fi catch that boy, and I'll know nobody can catch him, Dyer lamented. She expressed the frustration that Brian seems to be an impossible target to catch. You only hear that he's at one place, and when you go, he's not there, and nobody knows where he is. So we just have to be on the lookout. Brian, who is before the court on rape and illegal possession of firearm charges, is the main suspect in the kidnapping of Felicia and the 13-year-old Winchey Barrett in Bath at St. Thomas, both of which occurred in 1 week. Felicia was alone on her veranda on Thursday, October 14, playing with her puppy, when Brian came to purchase an item sometime after 6 p.m. Felicia's older sister then discovered that she had gone missing. 2 days after Felicia was rescued, Winchey was snatched from her home. The girl was reported missing sometime after 4 p.m. on Saturday after accompanying her older sister to feed pigs in their backyard. She was found the day after in heavy foliage outside Springbank, a neighboring community to Bath. Felicia's father, Corian Prushaw, also expressed disappointment at the possibility that Brian could strike again. If him fi kidnap somebody else and it no happen, that just mean that him a go do it again. Him a go dey about the place a give trouble and them need fi catch him. I would be more disappointed if him do it again, he told the news. Prushaw said he believes the man will now be returning to St. Thomas. I don't know what to say. I don't think him have anybody to support him like that. I saw him a go head back here. Dyer responded, saying that she is happy her daughter has been out of St. Thomas since the incident. She is still getting counseling. I think they are working well. It's okay and they are there for help. I have a lot of friends and the family counseling me as well, so I am okay, she told the news in November. Donovan Donald, the girl's cousin, agreed. The community a go feel worse because it sound like him a go head back this side now. Him run away from St. Thomas and now him a go run from Portland and come right back. I wouldn't say the police let down the family door because them do them work still, he reasoned. Donald added, I am disappointed. The family is disappointed. I was never expecting to hear anything like this again. We never want this to happen again. The man need to get captured so that the people them can feel more comfortable. Even the pitney them not comfortable all now. At a press conference on Thursday afternoon, Deslands said it was an unfortunate incident and indicated that that campus is returning to some level of normalcy after a meeting with students, board members and the police and additional security measures that have been put in place. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for Portland Eastern, Anne-Marie Vaz, said in a press release that she has mobilized a team to assist the police in lawful steps being taken to find the person who attacked the key student. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.